Hello, class. As promised, I'm going to branch out from other topics and do something that maybe it's a little more fun. And this has to do with chocolate. So, chemistry is the study of matter and how matter changes. So, this is a pretty wide range, wide scope of study. And chocolate, of course, is something that's made of matter. It's also made, and also how it tastes is important. It's important to many chocophiles. So, and this specific article talks about the microbes, specifically bacteria and fungi that aid in the fermentation of chocolate. So, it's a pretty detailed process how you get chocolate. Although I'm looking at this picture here, there's some star anise and cinnamon in there. So of course here's the chocolate. It must be flavored chocolate. I don't know. I'm surprised to see the star anise. I usually don't taste that in chocolate. But anyways, so the chocolate plant, it's very different. Like it's not, it's kind of a long sort of bean, and you have to take that and you have to ferment it and go through many steps. It takes a while before you get down to the cacao, and you can of course separate the shea butter from that and whatnot. But it's a pretty detailed process, and it's a lot of it's done out in the open air. Actually, the fermentation, and so this article looked at the Colombian way, well, Colombian as in the country, and from that region's natural bacteria and fungi, and then they tried to reproduce it in the lab and see how well they did. And I like they had some chocolate tasters. So this is a combination, right? This is kind of cool, right? Where you have the scientific, where you're looking down the DNA of the different microbes, and then you have good old fashioned chocolate tasters. That's that. You could sign me up for that job. I would be happy to be a chocolate taster. So. But it's not. This is not uncommon, especially in industry where you combine people with specific talents. I used to work for Bath and Body Works and Victoria's Secret. That's a company called Intimate Brands, and it's in their Bath and it's the same. It's all the same company. So Bath and Body Works and Victoria's Secret is all the same company, and I was working as a chemist and an engineer for them in the summertime. This is when I was an undergrad. And they had a lot of the people, the fragrance people. You had to be trained. It took a long time. It took like 10 years or so to train someone to be a fragrance to make new fragrances and have a fragrance palette. So I'm sure a chocolate taster. I'm just imagining it's going to be it's probably a pretty rigorous training. So it's not like I'll be a chocolate taster. It's more of a very long-standing, we call it it is a profession. And another profession is tasters. I read about this. There's professional cat food tasters. So there's humans that taste cat food, and somehow they can tell what cats will like. I mean, that's another thing you can train. But anyways, side careers, right? Chocolate taster for some, and of course, sommeliers. They're for wine, but. I hope you enjoy the article, and this brings another topic, microbiomes. So this is an emerging field, and of course, usually when we're talking about microbiome, we usually think about the human body, specifically the gut. People usually say that a lot about the microbiomes and specifically the gut. But I mean, there's microbiome on our skin, and there's lots of symbiotic relationships between basically every animal, including insects. Where there's a symbiotic relationship between so a microbiome and the organism itself. And this is, like I said, this is an emerging field. We're learning more and more about it. And I mean, it's not surprising that we do this and look into fermentation for products like chocolate. I mean, of course, there's other products that we make through fermentation, most notably alcoholic beverages, but there's other things, cheeses. Kimchi is another one. Like many other foodborne products are made via fermentation. So in fermentation, has been described as the first studied chemical reaction. So fermentation is big and important. So I hope you enjoy the article, and hopefully expands your horizon on what the realm of chemistry is. Of course, in all my videos, if you find yourself lacking basic needs, if you're dealing with some crippling mental health issues, or if you're having some academic issues, please let me know, and I'll do what I can to help. So, aloha.